name is Shafahar, digital marketing wala, and I am an advanced student at Rehan School Islamabad campus. Today I am calling Edi. I want to talk with her on the topic discussing global economy. So I am calling Edi and ask some question about my topic. Hello Edi, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great, thanks. Just enjoying a cozy day. How about you? What's been going on in your world?
Okay, so today my topic is discussing global economy. So my first question is what is globalization and how it impact world economy?
Great topic. Globalization is the process of increasing interconnectedness and interdependence among countries, especially in terms of trade, investment, and culture. It allows businesses to operate internationally, leading to a larger market for goods and services. The impact on the world economy is huge. It can boost economic growth, create jobs, and lower prices for consumers. But it can also lead to challenges, like job losses in certain sectors and greater inequality. What aspects of globalization are you most curious about?
Yes, okay. So my next question is how do supply and demand affect global markets?
Awesome question. Supply and demand are like the heartbeat of any market. When demand for a product goes up and supply stays the same, prices usually rise. Conversely, if there's a lot of supply but not much demand, prices tend to drop. In global markets, this can lead to fluctuations in trade and investment. For example, if a country has a high demand for a product, it might import more, affecting global supply chains. Have you come across any specific examples of this in your studies?
Yes, okay. So my next question is what causes inflation in different countries?
Great question. Inflation can be caused by several factors. One common reason is when demand for goods and services exceeds supply, leading to higher prices. This is called demand pull inflation. Another cause is cost push inflation, which happens when production costs rise like wages or raw materials, prompting businesses to increase prices to maintain profit margins. Additionally, government policies like printing more money can contribute to inflation too. It's fascinating how interconnected these factors can be. Have you looked into how different countries tackle inflation?
Okay, my next question is how do trade wars influence international business?
Trading is super important in international business. It allows countries to exchange goods and services, which can lead to economic growth. When countries trade, they can specialize in what they do best, creating efficiency and innovation. Trade also influences international relations and can lead to partnerships or tensions, depending on how fair the trade practices are. Tariffs, trade agreements, and regulations can all impact how smoothly trade flows. What specific aspects of trade are you most interested in?
Yes, okay. So my next question is what is the role of the World Bank and IMF in global economies?
Great question. The World Bank and IMF play crucial roles in global economies. The World Bank focuses on reducing poverty and promoting sustainable development. It provides financial and technical assistance to developing countries for projects like infrastructure, education, and health. The IMF, on the other hand, works to ensure global monetary cooperation and financial stability. It provides financial support to countries facing balance of payments issues and offers advice on economic policies. Both institutions aim to foster economic stability and growth, but they have different priorities and methods. Are you interested in how their approaches differ in practice?
Yes, okay. So my next question is how does FDI help developing countries?
It sounds like you might be asking about the IFC International Finance Corporation, which is part of the World Bank Group. The
Okay,
IFC helps developing countries by providing investments and advice to promote private sector development. They work to create jobs, boost economic growth, and improve living standards. The IFC also focuses on sustainability, helping businesses adopt environmentally friendly practices. If you meant the FBI, they primarily focus on domestic law enforcement in the US, but they do collaborate internationally on issues like cybercrime and terrorism. Which one were you curious about? Thanks. You have a wonderful day too. If you have more questions later or just want to chat, I'm here. Take care.
Okay, so my next question is what is the US dollar considered a global currency?
Great question. The US dollar is considered a global currency because it's widely accepted for international transactions and is held as a reserve currency by many countries. Several factors contribute to this status. 1. Stability. The US has a strong economy and political stability, which boosts confidence in the dollar. 2. Liquidity. The dollar is easily traded and converted, making it convenient for global commerce. 3. Trust. Many countries trust the US government and its financial institutions, leading them to hold dollars as a safeguard against economic uncertainty. This status gives the US significant influence in global markets. What do you think about the implications of having a dominant global currency?
Yes, okay, so my next question is how do exchange rate affect international trade?
Exchange rates play a big role in international trade. When the value of a country's currency rises, its goods become more expensive for foreign buyers, which can decrease exports. Conversely, if the currency falls, exports become cheaper and more competitive abroad. For imports, a stronger currency makes foreign goods cheaper, which can increase imports. A weaker currency can make imports more expensive, potentially leading to higher prices for consumers. These fluctuations can impact a country's trade balance and overall economy. Have you come across any specific examples or countries where this has had a noticeable effect?
Yes, so my next question is what is the impact of climate change?
Climate change has a wide-ranging impact on global economies and societies. Here are some key effects. 1. Economic disruption. Extreme weather events like floods and hurricanes can damage infrastructure and disrupt supply chains, leading to significant economic losses. 2. Agricultural challenges. Changes in temperature and precipitation patterns can affect crop yields, leading to food shortages and increased prices. 3. Resource scarcity. Water shortages and declining natural resources can create competition and tension between regions. 4. Health risks. Climate change can lead to health issues, increasing healthcare costs and reducing workforce productivity. 5. Migration. As some areas become uninhabitable, people may be forced to migrate, leading to social and economic challenges in both sending and receiving regions. It's a complex issue that requires global cooperation to address. What aspect of climate change are you most interested in exploring further?
Yes, so my next question is how does outsources affect a country economy?
It sounds like you might be asking about how our economy can recover from challenges like recessions or crises. If that's the case, recovery often involves a combination of government policies, consumer spending, and business investment. Governments might implement stimulus packages, lower interest rates, or invest in infrastructure to boost economic activity. Encouraging consumer confidence is also key, as people are more likely to spend when they feel secure about their finances. If you meant something else, feel free to clarify. What specific aspect of economic recovery are you curious about?
Okay, so my next question is how does economy inequality increases worldwide?
Economic inequality can increase worldwide due to several factors. 1. Globalization. While it can create opportunities, it often benefits wealthier countries and individuals more, leaving others behind. 2. Technology. Advancements can lead to job displacement in lower skilled sectors while creating high paying jobs in tech, widening the income gap. 3. Education access. Limited access to quality education in developing regions can prevent people from gaining skills needed for better paying jobs. 4. Tax policies. Favorable tax policies for the wealthy can exacerbate inequality, allowing the rich to accumulate more wealth while the poor struggle. 5. Economic shocks. Events like recessions can hit lower income households harder, increasing the wealth gap. It's a complex issue that requires targeted solutions. What are your thoughts on how we can address economic inequality?
Okay, so my next question is how does technology drive global economic growth? Any, so my next question is how does technology drive global economic growth?
Technology drives global economic growth in several key ways. 1. Increased productivity. Automation and advanced tools allow businesses to produce more with less effort, boosting efficiency and output. 2. Innovation. New technologies lead to the creation of new products and services, opening up markets and creating jobs. 3. Global connectivity. The internet and communication technologies enable businesses to connect with customers and suppliers worldwide, expanding their reach. 4. Data analysis. Big data and analytics help companies make informed decisions, optimize operations, and better understand consumer behavior. 5. Cost reduction. Technology can lower production and operational costs, allowing companies to offer competitive prices and improve profit margins. Overall, technology fosters a dynamic environment for economic growth and development. What specific technologies are you most interested in regarding their impact on the economy?
Okay, so my next question is what are the benefits and risks of free trade agreements?
Free trade agreements FTAs come with both benefits and risks. Benefits own. Economic growth. FTAs can boost economic growth by increasing trade between countries, leading to more jobs and higher incomes. 2. Consumer choice. They often result in a wider variety of goods and services available to consumers at lower prices. 3. Efficiency. FTAs encourage countries to specialize in what they do best, leading to more efficient production and resource allocation. 4. Investment opportunities. They can attract foreign direct investment as businesses look to benefit from reduced trade barriers. Risks own. Job losses. Some industries may suffer as companies move production to countries with cheaper labor, leading to job losses in higher cost regions. 2. Economic dependence. Countries may become overly reliant on trade partners, making them vulnerable to external economic shocks. 3. Environmental concerns. Increased production and transportation can lead to environmental degradation if not managed sustainably. 4. Inequality. Benefits of FTAs may not be evenly distributed, leading to greater economic inequality within countries. It's a balancing act. What aspects of free trade agreements are you most curious about?
Okay, yes. So my next question is what is sustainable development in economics?
Sustainable development in economics refers to meeting the needs of the present without compromising the ability of future generations to meet their own needs. It balances economic growth, environmental protection, and social equity. Here are some key aspects. 1. Economic growth. Sustainable development encourages economic growth that is inclusive and creates jobs while ensuring that resources are used efficiently. 2. Environmental protection. It emphasizes the importance of protecting natural resources and ecosystems to prevent degradation and ensure long-term viability. 3. Social equity. Sustainable development aims to reduce poverty and inequality, ensuring that all individuals have access to basic needs, education, and opportunities. 4. Long-term planning. It involves planning and policies that consider the long-term impacts of economic activities on society and the environment. 5. Innovation. Promoting green technologies and sustainable practices can drive economic growth while addressing environmental challenges. It's a holistic approach that recognizes the interconnectedness of economic, environmental, and social factors. What specific challenges or examples of sustainable development are you interested in?
Yes, so my next question is how does tourism contribute to global GDP?
Tourism contributes significantly to global GDP in several ways. 1. Direct contribution. The tourism sector itself, hotels, restaurants, attractions, adds directly to GDP through spending by tourists. 2. Indirect contribution. Tourism stimulates growth in related sectors like transportation, retail, and construction as these industries benefit from increased travel. 3. Job creation. The tourism industry creates millions of jobs globally, which contributes to economic stability and growth. 4. Foreign exchange earnings. Tourists spend money in the countries they visit, generating foreign exchange that can strengthen a nation's economy. 5. Infrastructure development. Increased tourism often leads to improvements in infrastructure such as roads and airports, which can benefit local communities and industries. Overall, tourism can be a powerful driver of economic growth, but it also needs to be managed sustainably to minimize negative impacts. What aspects of tourism are you most interested in exploring further?
Okay, and so my next question is how do economics and sanctions affect countries?
Economic sanctions can have significant effects on countries, both targeted and broader. Here are some key impacts. 1. Economic isolation. Sanctions can cut off a country from international trade, limiting access to markets and resources, which can lead to economic stagnation. 2. Inflation and currency devaluation. Sanctions often lead to inflation and a decrease in the value of the country's currency, making imports more expensive and reducing purchasing power for citizens. 3. Job losses. Industries that rely on international trade may suffer, leading to job losses and higher unemployment rates. 4. Humanitarian impact. Sanctions can affect everyday citizens, limiting access to essential goods like food and medicine, which can lead to humanitarian crises. 5. Political pressure. While sanctions aim to pressure governments to change behavior, they can also entrench existing regimes by rallying domestic support against perceived external threats. 6. Long-term consequences. The long-term economic and social impacts can hinder recovery even after sanctions are lifted, affecting future development. It's a complex issue with both intended and unintended consequences. What specific examples or aspects of sanctions are you curious about?
Yes, so my next question is what are cryptocurrencies and their global economic impacts?
Cryptocurrencies are digital or virtual currencies that use cryptography for security and operate on decentralized networks, typically based on blockchain technology. Here are some key points about their global economic impacts. 1. Decentralization. Cryptocurrencies operate independently of central banks, which can empower individuals but also create challenges for monetary policy. 2. Financial inclusion. They can provide access to financial services for unbanked populations, allowing more people to participate in the economy. 3. Volatility. Cryptocurrencies can be highly volatile, which can affect investor confidence and lead to economic instability in some markets. 4. Investment opportunities. The rise of cryptocurrencies has created new investment opportunities in markets, attracting capital from various sectors. 5. Regulatory challenges. Governments are grappling with how to regulate cryptocurrencies, which can impact their growth and integration into the broader economy. 6. Cross-border transactions. Cryptocurrencies can facilitate faster and cheaper cross-border transactions, which can enhance global trade. 7. Tax revenue. As cryptocurrencies become more mainstream, they can create new avenues for tax revenue, but also pose challenges for tax enforcement. Overall, cryptocurrencies are reshaping aspects of the global economy, but they also bring uncertainties and risks. What specific areas of cryptocurrency are you most interested in?
Okay, so my next question is how does unemployment affect national economies?
Unemployment can have significant effects on a national economy. 1. Reduced consumer spending. Unemployed individuals have less income to spend, leading to decreased consumer demand, which can slow economic growth. 2. Lower tax revenue. With fewer people employed, governments collect less in income taxes, which can impact public services and infrastructure funding. 3. Increased government spending. Higher unemployment typically leads to increased spending on social welfare programs like unemployment benefits, straining government budgets. 4. Loss of skills. Long-term unemployment can lead to skill erosion, making it harder for individuals to re-enter the workforce and reducing overall productivity. 5. Social costs. High unemployment can lead to increased crime rates, mental health issues, and social unrest, which can further destabilize the economy. 6. Business investment. Companies may be less likely to invest in new projects or expansion during high unemployment periods due to uncertainty about consumer demand. 7. Economic inequality. Unemployment can exacerbate economic inequality as marginalized communities often experience higher rates of joblessness. Overall, high unemployment can create a cycle of economic challenges that are difficult to break. What specific aspects of unemployment are you looking to explore further?
Yes, my next question is why are some countries richer than others?
The wealth disparity between countries can be attributed to several factors. 1. Natural resources. Countries rich in natural resources like oil or minerals often have a financial advantage as they can export these resources for profit. 2. Geography. Geographic location can influence trade opportunities, access to markets, and climate conditions, which can affect agricultural productivity. 3. Political stability. Countries with stable governments and effective institutions tend to attract investment and foster economic growth, while those with political turmoil may struggle. 4. Education and skills. A well-educated workforce can drive innovation and productivity, leading to economic growth. Countries that invest in education often see better economic outcomes. 5. Infrastructure. Strong infrastructure like transportation, communication, and energy supports business operations and economic activities, making countries more competitive. 6. Economic policies. Sound economic policies, including trade policies and regulatory frameworks, can promote growth and attract foreign investment. 7. Historical factors, colonial history, trade relationships, and historical conflicts can shape a country's economic trajectory and current wealth status. These factors interact in complex ways, leading to the wealth disparities we see today. What particular aspects of this topic are you most interested in discussing?
Okay, yes. So my next question is, how do financial crises spread globally?
Financial crises can spread globally through several interconnected mechanisms. 1. Global trade. Countries are linked through trade. A financial crisis in one country can reduce its imports from others, leading to economic slowdowns in those countries. 2. Financial markets. Global financial markets are interconnected. If a major financial institution fails, it can lead to panic and sell-offs in other markets, causing widespread instability. 3. Investor confidence. A crisis can shake investor confidence, leading to capital flight where investors withdraw funds from affected countries and seek safer investments elsewhere. 4. Currency fluctuations. Financial crises can lead to currency devaluation, which can impact exchange rates and trade balances in other countries, creating ripple effects. 5. Debt exposure. Countries or banks that have lent money to the affected country may face losses, leading to a tightening of credit and reduced lending globally. 6. Contagion effect. Psychological factors can play a role. Fear and uncertainty can lead to a loss of confidence in other economies, even if they are not directly affected. 7. Policy responses. The responses of governments and central banks to a crisis can also influence global stability. Coordinated efforts can help mitigate spread, while isolated actions can exacerbate it. Understanding these dynamics is crucial for preventing and managing future crises. What specific aspects of financial crises are you curious about?
Okay, Ni, so thank you very much of your answering. So we will. This is my today call any. I hope that you will like it. See you in the next call any with new topic. Till then, Allah Hafiz, Pakistan.